So back in like June of last year, I gave a tour of this world that me and Snowy created together, and I intended it on being like a monthly thing, and then I just forgot to do it for 2 months straight, and then we kind of stopped playing for a little bit. So it looks a little different than it did last time I did this, and it's been so long and so much has changed, and I'll just do a tour of the entire world instead of just going over what's changed like I did for the second one. So this world is a survival Superflat world I created with Snowy, and you can see over there it's Superflat. Do I have my... It doesn't feel like 16 chunks. For this, if you are familiar with how Superflat works, I believe it was 1.18.1 that we created it in. So with that, we have access to mine shafts, pillager outpost, and ruined portals, which you don't have access to if you create it after. But we created it before 1.18.1, maybe? Whichever one, if you look at the coordinates, I'm on 4 because the bedrock is at Y level 0, which it was later changed to Y level 64, or minus 64, but we have it where bedrock is 0. I can't remember which version it was exactly. Maybe it was 1.16.1. I don't know. But the reason we did that is A, because it gives access to mine shafts. If you have access to Y-0, you don't have mine shafts. And for creativity, we already had like 300 something blocks upwards. We don't need an extra 64 on top of that, but having 64 blocks down can help with creativity and stuff, so, So this is our seed. This is literally the first seed we found, and spawn is right in the middle of a village, which is pretty nice. It's actually a really good spawn. If you go this way, there's a pillager outpost right there, and a ruined portal right there, right on a villager on a village on spawn. So this is a pretty good seed, and that's nice. Oh, I have a world curvature on. I think that's why rare distance doesn't look as good. Whatever. So for starting with, we have the area sectioned into different places. So starting with the main section, this is our house. This was a church, but then I upgraded it because whenever I used to play Minecraft as a kid, I would always build houses in churches. Specifically, the part where it would extend out only on the first floor, I would extend it on the second floor too. And then I took it and I expanded it. So if we head inside, this is the first floor. We have not done like anything at all into it. I don't know why. We still have it. Second floor, we've done a little bit more. This is some crazy interior decorating. I don't know why this is here. Of course, Snowy had to be funny and name this Yoshime 2 and hang it up. And then our top floor, this is some crazy interior decorating. We have another portal right here. And then for the thing, I put like teeth because it kind of looked like a monster kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just what I did. And then we used to keep the chests right in the second floor, but it's getting too crowded. So at the same time, I was wanting to create a custom tree. Can't speak. So I created a combination. It's a custom tree, but also a chest room. It was kind of annoying getting up, so recently I built this. It's a pressure plate, but then activates a piston. I had to put moss carp on top because you need to put obsidian here so the slime block doesn't pull the ground up. But you step on this, it brings it right up to the bridge. It's really fun to do. I can't put the timer any shorter or else you can't make it, which is kind of annoying. This is the best balance from distance of pressure plate to button to the time I could find. Then in the tree, it's pretty simple, the chest. We just have, instead of having signs like we used to, we just have blocks. They aren't always the most descriptive, but like cooked pork chop, or cooked steak, that's what it's called. Steak, you have food. Iron ingots, you have ore. This also used to get really cluttered, so I also created hallways with even more double chests and cactuses because we didn't have a way of getting rid of items, which was kind of annoying. It's just mirrored. And then over here, this was here since the start. It's a little balcony. And for some reason, Jaquavius Dummerton III, which is Snowy's cat, is up here. I don't know why Jaquavius is up here. You have G-sit, so we can sit down and look at the village. Oh, yeah. Also, another thing is kind of getting annoying to go up, so I built a trapdoor with a ladder over here because it was getting annoying. And then there was certain items that we had way too much of, so I created a basement so that way we can have, this was before I did the hallways, so that way we can have double chests of certain items specifically. So here's double chest of oak logs. You'll see a little bit later why we're so low on oak logs. And then second chest, because there was a point where we had a double chest and a half of oak logs. Sticks, Snowy just spent them all recently. Different types of wood, more different types of wood, more different types of wood, leaves, other types of leaves, oak saplings, other types of saplings, sand, and red sand. So for sand, we bought it. So the only way of getting it is from the wandering trader, but it's a pretty rare thing, and you can only get like 16 at a time. So we just used a duplication glitch to get the sand because we are not going without glass, and that was the only way we could. There's grass clipping into it, but we weren't gonna just not have glass, and didn't want to be that deprived of glass, so we just used the duplication glitch. Here's this is a resource pack that I just installed to the server. I like that song. Oh, where'd the disc go? Okay. Used to be a cactus right here, and it was really stressful taking the music discs out. Music discs we have Mall, Far, and and it's 11 and 3 things of stalls. Those are the ones, the creeper drops. We have other side. How do you get other side? I don't remember. We have pig step, 2 things of pig step, and 6 of creator music box, 3 of creator, and 1 of precipitate. I don't know how to say that. We have trail chambers. Ever since 1.21, we have trail chambers, which is really nice. And then also I created some map art. Anyways, if you know, you know. 6 minutes in, and I'm only just done with the house. Over here, Snowy really likes llamas, so there's a little llama pen that he built with some wandering trader llamas and some villagers. Ignore the fact that they have no eyes. It's just a bug with fresh animations if you use it on fabric. I don't know why it does that. It's kind of dumb. Over here we have the farm. It used to be over there, but then we changed over there, so now the farm's over here, and it's even bigger than before. Oh, look at that curvature. Not very exciting. I'm debating getting rid of the farm because we don't really need it, but sometimes we do. I don't know. And we used to have a cobble generator right there, but I moved it into this house. It's a pretty simple design. It's literally just a redstone clock into a piston with a lever to turn it on and off. I used to have like an observer and stuff, but that would get that would mess up if you mined too fast. So this, it's noisier, but it's more consistent. So you can just hold down left click and mine cobble. Maybe do that with a netherite pickaxe, but yeah. And then most of the other houses are just basic. We plan to put more stuff in these basic houses, but for now most of them are empty. There's a little bridge. So here we have this. I'm probably going to get rid of this sometime because I literally just copied this design off Google. I have no shame. It's just kind of sitting here and it serves no purpose, and I'm not even proud of it because I didn't make it, so I might get rid of it sometime. And the area that we just toured, Snowy named it, not me. So this is the plaza. This is kind of, I don't know what the technical term is, but this is like a market. You have Wyatt's meat. His whole family died. Just don't ask where he got the meat. Trevor's Mending Villages, owned by extended family. So I don't know if this implies that this isn't Trevor, but you got mending books. Over here, there's James's. Is there already a James? Oh, I guess there's not. James's Pumpkin Pies, family owned. Finally, got a good story. And then Justin's Tool Shop, not family owned. He was adopted. And most of these have only been bought from once. I guess this dude's been bought from a few times, but most of them just bought from once to lock in the trades, and we've never traded since. And there's this well that Snowy may or may not have copied off Google. A few bells. I don't know why this is here. Here's a map of the entire area. Oh, this needs to be updated. Snowy hasn't updated that yet, but little glimpse of the whole place. It's really nice. And here's a to-do board. Just build ideas. Over here we have like the residential area. This house is nothing. This iron golem's about to die. Over here is a trading hall designed by me. And I forgot to put this back. There's a villager that's a toolsmith, and he was being really annoying, so I was like, oh, is this the one that he was using? You know, here you got the thing. It's pretty basic. And then I thought it would be funny to copy the exact same building right next to it, but I kind of want to destroy this building because it looks really bad having the exact same thing right next to it. Like, I did it as a joke, but it genuinely looks so bad. And it's not night, so there's not everyone in here, but back when I first built this was the breeding hall, and It lags my game so badly. Over here, we got the school. This was designed by me, and this dude just locked me out. Pretty simple. Lockers right here. Oh yeah, this is, I think, the only building in the whole place to have on and off lighting. I keep it on at all times, because if not, mobs will spawn, but still, you can turn the lights off. And then there's this painting. This is actually the Donkey Kong one, but bare bones, the texture pack that I'm using changes it. I don't know why. If you jump into it, you can see the redstone. Whoa! For some reason, that was the only one open. Over here, you got the movie theater, built by me. $5 per person, $3 per child. Got the cash register right here, the chest that doesn't work, the classic. This is the ticket booth. Head in here to watch the best movie. It's a little dark. Got all the chairs. Oh god. I have logs right here, but then planks right here. I think I wasn't sure what I was gonna set it to, so I just set it to both and then never made a decision. This was made before 1.21 added new paintings. I might change the painting. I don't know, I kinda like that one. We have the fence, so that way villagers can't get out and go kill themselves, or zombies come in and kill the villagers, which was an issue for a while. Over here, we got the park for the school. Look at that painting render distance. We got the park, which was designed by Snowy. Just a slide right here, merry-go-round right here, swings right here, a little bench that we created one time, and then we just, for some reason, I've kept it here the whole time, just why not. Also forgot to mention the beacon over there. Well, we might change the beacon colors, because we might build another beacon or two if we can ever find the Wither Skeleton farm that we lost. So it might change. Over here we have the best house. This was... Did I destroy it? Oh, nope. Right here, this is where I bred all the villagers, and I'm not going to explain the joke. You can figure it out yourself. Here we got tons of sheep, because we need tons of wool. This could also be considered that house. This house is just empty and then trail off to nowhere, because that's what the village was like. And then I have no idea where these planks, like what the purpose of these planks are. These have just been here for a while. And then we thought about it, we're like, why are these here? And then we just kept them because why not? It's history. Here we got the jail. I don't know if these guys have lore to how they got there and what crimes they committed. We have the jail. This was designed by Snowy. You got the warden dude, the dude who controls it. And everyone's in jail. I thought that would say who these guys were. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can come up with lore for those guys sometime later. Continuing the tour. How did you get out of there? I have to rescue this dude now. Get in the boat. Okay. Can I even do this? I love that lag. Something I love about the fact that right now I'm not hosting, because long story short, I'm not able to host the server right now, is that not what I was trying to show off. He's in the village now, so he's safe. But if you just, I can just elytra on the ground like that, and I can gain up a lot of speed, which is really fun to do. Here we have the pond, designed by Snowy. So the pond, it looked really good, and then I was like, why does the pond exist? Like, not like, why is it built, but like lore-wise. Like, it looks a little weird being the only water thing, so he built a river off to the side. And then we decided one river looked kind of weird, so he built another river off that side. And then we decided that only two rivers looked a little weird, so then he built a river all the way along the town. Right there. And then, because Snowy's weird, he decided to attach it to that farm, which I'll get to, and then that farm, which I'll get to, and then even later, his mountain, which I'll get to. Because I don't know why. And then also, because this is a super flat, we got hella slimes. And so we decided to make a bouncy house. This is just a bouncy house. I want to kind of make a bouncy castle sometime. Like, you know those, like, blow-up houses that are used for birthday parties? Where there's, like, the bouncy area, and then you go up, climb up the ladder, and there's slides. Like, I kind of want to recreate that with slime blocks sometime, but for now, that's all we got. And then just a desert well copy, because funny, and then this, using bedrock removal, gets you down to underneath bedrock with the beacon over there. What next? I think that's everything. Oh, no, it's not. Over here next to the pond, we got the courthouse, designed by me. Just in case, if you watch everything on this video, on this channel, you might already know about the courthouse. This area, they haven't really done everything in this area yet. It's just empty. This area was very, like, this whole area was very empty before I built the library. Before I get to that, Snowy's store, he built a store over here. The crafting table right there. This is not true. Got the librarian who's selling 4 emeralds. Selling 8 emerald mending books. Gotta have a second mending villager. Tools and stuff. Clothing aisle, which has clothes on it, but I have invisible armors on, so I can't see it. Bunch of stuff for sale. We were gonna do something funny in here, but I forgot what we were gonna do. So, right now, this is lacking the funny. And this also isn't finished. I was like, hey, do you want to do wood, or do you want to do logs? Which do you think looks better? And then he never made a decision. This was like a year ago. Over here, Snowy just wanted to build something out of cherry, because cherry looks really good. So he started building a a Japanese restaurant, but he couldn't get their Japanese restaurant looking good, so he just decided to make duplexes. But he never really finished the duplexes, didn't like put too much time into it, and so there's just unfinished cherry duplexes over here. Because, yeah, welcome to our world with a ton of resources that are just sitting here. Randomly, a block of iron, 46 blocks of gold from who knows where, 51 blocks of quartz, and a saddle. Who knows where they came from. And then we got the library. This is the most recent finish. Tied for most recent finish. My most recent finish. This took me like a year to make. Not because I spent a year on it, just because I spent a year procrastinating. This is vaguely based off of a library from town that I live in. Come in here, got a painting, a smaller map of the village. Over here you got the kids area. I put the bookshelves right here because logs are right here for the outside, and it looked really bad on just one side, but then I couldn't get it looking good. If I were to do it on this side, then it looked bad on the outside, but if I were to replace this with blanks, it would look bad on the outside and stuff, so I just hit it. You got some computer desks, you got a table with carpets as the thing to sit down on, which G-Sit works with. Got just some bookshelves over here. I feel like I should make these 3 tall. I don't know. Got a big table right here, more bookshelves. The second computer area with them staring at you. Up here, so originally I wanted to have 2 staircases. There would be one right here and one right here, and they like go up and meet at the center and stuff, but that was just taking up too much space because the library was just too small for it, so I decided to just put the staircase over here. You got a little upstairs area with a sneak peek. It's a pretty simple area, I like it. Over here you got the librarian's house. So if I can pull up the picture, this is vaguely based off of, I guess I can show you also. This was the design plan. Whoops. This was the design plan for this place. This was the sketch that I drew in class because I was bored and didn't feel like doing work. But this is vaguely based off of a library that I built for a anarchy server that we were playing on. Luckily, I did not have my coordinates on screen when I took the screenshot. So you can see this is like vaguely based off of, this area is based off of that. So this is the librarian's area. You know, you got a little desk to talk to people, her computer, just a table for her to do some work on, just a rack of, not really a rack, but you know, just some books. You come up here, and this is the librarian's house. You got bed, this, so that way the villager is actually a librarian. Little bookshelf, some paintings, table to read some books at, jukebox to listen to some music. Over here you got an indoor balcony just to observe or to watch children to make sure they're behaving. Over here you got the kitchen, which kind of looks bad, but I don't know how to make good looking kitchens. Over here you have the bathroom, which kind of looks bad because I don't know how to make good looking bathrooms. And I don't know why, but oh yes, because I messed it up earlier. Tripwire hook isn't there. Tripwire hook's supposed to be there. Is the water not there? Oh, the water's there. Why isn't it working? There's supposed to be water. Oh, there we go. Water's dripping down because it's a shower. Bar of soap. That's definitely not nitrum. Nope, that's bar of soap. Then, if you come out here, got an outdoor balcony with a fence because this is how when I was working on the thing, I just used the fence to get out. I might gate. Might replace it with a fence because the villager might escape and we can't be having that. They might have died fallen, because the librarian, I don't see them anywhere. There's a librarian villager that's supposed to be in here, and it's night, so I don't know where they went. But Just a little outdoor balcony to kill themselves off of if they fall. No, I thought I saw a village right there. I don't know. I think that might be it for the village, right? Yeah, that's it for the village. So if you head out here, you have what Snowy's been working on for a while now. You have a nice little trail, which eventually leads into the cherry trees. This is what he decided to build instead of the duplexes out of cherry. The Japanese nature trail entrance. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you soon. You just go this way. I told him he needs to bone meal the grass, but he hasn't done it. We come up here, where the pond ends up, with the river. Go up here. There's a little bit more of a bridge. This area looks off. I don't know why. Come up here, and there's a nice pond with a nice little campfire. Yep. And there's another mountain over there, which then he connected with this bridge. Half of the reason is because he just wanted to build something out of copper, because it went to the trial ruins and we had a ton of copper left over. And on top of the mountain we have Snowy Junior the Second, the Snow Fox, because we downloaded a Fox plugin back in 1.19, and then it took forever to update to 1.20, and then we just never updated it, and now it's 1.21. The plugin still hasn't been updated, so he's just a normal Fox. We just tied up. And then we have a lot of shulkers full of a bunch of random stuff, because for some reason he still has this all up here and some chests. I don't know. Then just a little garden with some bees. This also, he just wanted to build out of copper, so we built some copper stuff. Over there you got some wool with no purpose whatsoever, definitely not. Then, because he wanted to do even more in this area, he built some clouds with a little, with places up here. I feel like you should do more clouds, like a cloud right there with some other buildings. Whatever. You got a bridge between the clouds. Then you got what is definitely not a cult. He claimed that it's not a cult, but feels kind of like a cult. Up here you got some more villages. Got a nice 500k a month apartment, because rent be expensive. From up here, and you got 4 torches on all 4 of them. These are definitely torches. Well in the middle. Farm to make sure they have food. Sewer drain, which looks kind of like a jail. And here, this is a pretty nice $1 million a month apartment, where you can step all over the people who are busy sleeping. Nice. I don't want to trade with you. I just want to shut the door. Here we got a good 700k a month apartment. Pretty nice place. Where are you going? Quit following me. And then the other pillar is more the same. And then there's water that leads down into the thing. Leaving the village now. No, one last thing is that this mountain on the inside is a little cave area. This looks pretty nice. One of the ideas we had was to make it kind of look like Vanilla Dome from Mario World, which I feel like there's a little more we could do in here, but he was done with it, so whatever. Over here we got the iron farm. What's this about? I don't know what this is fully about. But we got an iron farm. If you just look up iron farm on YouTube, you can see the exact copy that I... What happened to the villagers? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. So I don't know what happened to the villagers, but there's supposed to be 3 villagers right here, and then a zombie right here. So an iron golem will spawn, come down here, die to the lava, and then the iron will go in this chest. So what I tried to do... Oh, this looks so bad. What I tried to do was combine it with an auto sheep farm, so that way an observer will detect right there, and it'll be like, oh, it detected, so use the shears, and then combine that with an auto iron farm to create the shears. We can have a fully AFK wool farm, but I never worked on that, and I just need to fix the iron farm. I think this is the iron that was in it. I need to fix it in multiple ways. Over here, I thought this was way farther away than it was when I built it, so now it's just way too close, which makes me want to destroy it, but I don't know how to destroy it, is the Wandering Trader Farm. How the Wandering Trader Farm works is that up here you have the light, so no hostile mobs can spawn, only passive mobs. So a Wandering Trader will spawn right here, then when a wandering trader spawns, they'll look for a bell. So, oh, a bell, because that must mean a village. So they will go, ooh, a bell, and then fall down here, and then will be led into the nether. And the reason why you send them to the nether is because if you wait long enough, a wandering trader will despawn. But as long as no one is loading those chunks in the nether, when you come back, you can just go to the nether, and they'll be right there. And there's my area where I would AFK in. You can go in the nether, and they would usually fall down right here. I don't know why you have to use a glass. I don't know, that's what the tutorial said, so that's what I used. This way! Oh my god, if you head straight this way of the wandering trader farm, you got the creeper farm. And then, because the main reason you do a creeper farm is for elytra, for fireworks. Also, a fully auto sugarcane farm with no loss. If you're aware of how sugarcane farms usually work, you usually lose a lot of sugarcane. So this one, how it works is you have a hopper going back and forth. I made this design. I'm so smart. Minecart and a hopper and a minecart, picking up the things, and then over here you can. Over here's a thing where if there's something inside of it, it'll pause, put it in the hopper, and then once it's empty, it'll leave. But it's not working for some reason. What the hell happened to it? I am so confused. Why did it stop? I don't know why it just stopped. It usually works perfectly fine. So we got a ton of sugar canes and then a ton of gunpowder. Combine those together and you get free fireworks. How the creeper farm works is pretty simple. You put the cats in here so that way the creepers, when they spawn, they'll get scared and come down here. You have the carpets so that way the spiders can't spawn. You have to do this differently on bedrock. Then you have the trapdoors so that way, because creepers are 1.5 blocks tall, so they can fit in here, but a zombie and a spider and a witch can't. So only creepers will spawn here. Then you do multiple layers to increase the efficiency. And then they'll fall in, they'll fall down, and then in here they'll die to campfires, which you can't really see. And then because why not, I was AFKing enough and I wanted some, here's a dripstone farm. Dripstone farm works basically just like a normal sugarcane farm does. And it's pretty simple. Dripstone takes forever though, and we hardly have any because nobody spent it all. Before I go farther away from the village, take a quick pit. We will take a quick pit stop to the nether. Really the only thing of note in the nether is over here is where we went farming for netherite. Then over here is a village that we started building, and then we kind of didn't know what to do and we kind of stopped. There's a ton of materials, and then more shulkers full of random. Oh, these are all just netherrack. Yeah, but we got hella nether resources in here. These are all just duplicates of the same apartments. And here was like a science place that we were building, and then here's a hallway straight to lava. And that's basically it. I should clean the chest in here. We kind of wanted it to be like, oh, the villagers escaped to the nether, but then or something. I don't know. One of the main reasons why we stopped was because we couldn't get hostile mobs to stop spawning. This is a crimson forest, which means that piglins will spawn. And you can put down these so that way piglins don't spawn, but then hoglins spawn. But you could put down netherrack so the hoglins don't spawn, but then the piglins spawn. So yeah, there's nothing we could really do. Over here was going to be like a armory area, but that never got finished. And then this was just a tunnel that we mined when we were looking for nether fortresses, and it leads to basically nothing. So that's kind of it for the nether. Crazy, I know. We do have a wither skeleton farm somewhere, but when we updated to 1.20, we lost the waypoints, or maybe it was like 1.20.1 or something. Whatever. After we updated 1 point, we lost all our waypoints. So if I go to WP and public waypoints, there's literally 2. So we lost the wither skeleton farm, and I could not find a screenshot or a video of us in the wither skeleton farm to see the coordinates, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I don't know where it's at. Maybe we could use some tool to like look at only loaded chunks. I don't know. I'll try to see what I can to find it, because we do want to have more elytras, and I don't want to build another one. But Wither skeleton farm, it was an auto one. We still had to run around and get it, but it was decently efficient. It was just hella manual. If you go to WP Teleport Enderman Farm, here's an Enderman Farm. This is mostly just for XP, you know, because all of our tools have mending. So if I just sit here, rack up the Enderman. This thing as efficient in Bedrock, but you know, we don't play Bedrock. And because this is the same spot with all the XP, down here is also our enchanting room. There's something I was wanting to do is, if you've seen Toy Cat's Worlds, he has in his enchanting room underneath like chiseled bookshelves, like all along the walls for like each enchantment. I kind of want to do something like that. You know, like here's all the bow enchantments or something, but I haven't got to it yet. Over here is the end island with absolutely nothing done to it, and that's the entire tour for the end. Isn't that crazy? Whoops. Oh yeah, over here, right next to the pillager outpost, is a raid farm. And not only is this outdated because this was built in 1.19, so it doesn't work anymore with the changes with the ominous bottle, but also it didn't even work in the first place. Snowy for some reason could never get it working. And then he gave up, he started building it again, and then it didn't work, so he just gave up. He was like, I'll do it eventually, and then he just never did, and it never figured out why it works, and he's like, oh, I'll do it sometime, but we still haven't done it, so I don't know. With a quick flyover of the entire village, I think that's the entire tour. It's honestly not as long as I thought it would be. Yeah, I think that's it. This world, before we go, just a little technical details about it. For plugins, we have World Guard, specifically so that way we can disable bats from spawning, because the bats, especially with the movie theater, that's what really like pushed me over the line. Bats, I hate them so much. They're so annoying. If you have a single bit of darkness, bats will constantly spawn and be squeaking constantly. They're so annoying. So I downloaded World Guard specifically just to disable bats from spawning because they're annoying. And that required world edit. So we have command API, which is just a dependency for some plugin. Green chunks, that way we just do a slime map. You can see a map of where the slime chunks are. For the slime chunks, the only ones in our village are at the plaza, which is the reason why the plaza is all shoveled, turned into path, and over at the school, which is why this area is shoveled, and then on the top is all stairs and slabs, so that way no slimes can spawn up here. You have G-sit, which allows us to sit down on stairs, slabs, and carpets, which is really fun to play with. Another really fun thing is if I do no, I'm sitting down still. Why am I? Okay. You can also sit on top of players, which is really funny, but if you do G-sit, spin, I'm spinning. It's just the trident animation, but it's just really fun. Other plugins, we got home plugin to /home, even though we never use that. Luck perms, which is required to get waypoints working properly. Tab TPS, so that way we can see the TPS in the tab menu. Timber, which is really only for tree farming because it's so annoying. Via backwards, so that way if you're playing on an older version you can still play. Via version, so if you're playing on a version ahead of this current one you can still play. Waypoints, so I can /WP stuff. World edit and world run. So we're also running on paper because I don't know, it's just the best, so I have heard. I think like Spigot and Bucket also exist, but we just use paper because that's just the one, I guess. I don't know. I will try and remember to do more updates instead of just abandoning it for a year. If you watched the previous ones, we did not quit playing. We're still playing, and we still have a lot more to do, so yeah, I'll try and do this update. Next time there's a significant amount of progress done. I don't know if I'll do it monthly, but you know, just whenever enough progress has been done to make an interesting tour. And since in future tours I'll only be going over what has changed, it won't be nearly this long. And it probably also won't be edited because I can't be bothered. But anyways, goodbye.